Hello, in this video we will solve Natas 20. So after logging in, we see that the web page contains an input field for name and a statement. You are logged in as a regular user. Log in as an admin to retrieve credentials for Natas 21. After entering some random names, we can check that nothing happens if we press the change name button. So we'll go into the source code and see what's there. So first function is the debug function. It basically takes the values from $_get and prints them. $_get is used to collect data from another field if a get method is used to send the data. It is also used to collect data sent in the URL. Hence, if we append a $debug after the URL, we'll be able to see the debug statements as well. To check this, you can just add $debug. And you can see that the debug statements are now visible. So after that, we have the print credentials function, which is pretty similar to Natas 18, which checks the same thing. It checks if there's a cookie with $_session. If it has an admin field, and if the admin field is set to 1, we'll get our answer. So then we have our myRead function. The myRead function first takes an input as an SID, checks if the SID is made of alphanumeric characters only or not. Then it accesses the data in the directory in which the data of the current session is stored. It then uses the explode function to partition the contents of the file using delimiter \n, stores it in a $line, and it again uses explode function with space, makes the $part0 and $parts1 variable, and the $_session has the $part0 field set as $parts1. So if we can make it so that $part0 is admin and $part1 is 1, we will satisfy our condition for print credentials. So for that, we will need to have space between admin and 1 so that this explode works. And for that, we will need to have a \n between our name, admin, and 1. So if we add it to our name and input it, you will see that nothing happens. This is because if you check the cookie of when you submit, which you can do using the burp suite by turning on the intercept in the proxy tab, make sure that your browser is connected to burp suite. You can do that using various setup videos and the ports figure documentation. So if you turn on the intercept and press change name, you will be able to see that our \n is not getting converted properly. What we needed was a \n delimiter, but instead our / is getting changed and n is taken as a character. So instead of putting \, which is constantly getting changed, we will input %0 a and a space between admin and 1. %0 a is basically a hex ASCII for \n. So when SID is being converted, it will be converted into \n and we will not have any problem. So we'll forward this request and we see that the change name does not create any difference. But when we do it again, we can see that we get our credentials. This is because, as we can see, the first time there was no session ID or no file to check for the print function to check. So the first time we submitted, there was a cookie with $_session created with admin equal to 1, but it was not yet checked by the print function. In the next try, when we again tried to input the same thing, it checked in the $_session. The admin was 1 and it gave us the Natas 21 password that we can see now.